King of Kings. It is what it is. I'm the king.
Hello guys, and welcome to another DC Universe online commentary. My name is of course Trep, and this video is going to be talking about two very important buttons that you need to learn if you want to be good at this game. Okay, now this was in response to a private message I got which asked me what was some tips for being a better player in DC Universe online. Now, after thinking about it, obviously you're going to be working on your skill points, you're going to be working on your loadout, you're going to be learning your role. These are all things that you're going to have to do. But for very quick tips, which is what I was asked for, the best tip I can give you is to learn two buttons on your controller. Okay, now you could be doing everything else. If you're not using these two buttons correctly, you're not going to be doing the best you can in game. Okay, now these two buttons on the PS3 are the L1 and the R1 buttons. Okay, now R1, when you press it, is that button that you do to everybody in Hall of Doom or in the Watchtower to communicate. Okay, the teabag button. Okay, it's the one that you run up and do to people when you've knocked them out. Yeah, teabag. But it also has another function, which is to reduce incoming damage. Okay, now obviously it's mainly used for tanks in PVE. Yeah, we need to reduce damage, but it's also used for any other player that's taking damage. Okay, for example, Owen Science Cells, you've got Corona at the end. Unless you know your gear is strong enough, and even then you should be reducing the damage. When he does his power laser attack thing, if you block, you'll reduce the amount of damage you come in that you're taking in. The healer will be able to keep you alive, and you can carry on doing your role. Okay. It's not just for the tank, it's for anybody who's about to take in some heavy damage. If you hold that button, you'll reduce the damage, and the healers are going to be able to keep you alive. Okay. In PvP, if you're not using it, then you're going to lose the match. Okay. That's because you need to reduce the amount of damage that you're coming in. Okay, and if they're lunging you, that's obviously going to knock them back. Okay, it's an important button to use. Okay, and it's underused. So many people do not use this button. Okay, a lot of players think they're too geared, and so they think, oh, I'm too geared for this content, I don't need to use block. Well, you do, especially if you're getting surrounded. There's no healer near you. Sometimes you're going to have to block, even in low content. It's just going to happen. Okay. You're not a tank, or if you are a tank, then you're going to be using this button anyway. Okay, but other players use it. Use the teabag button. Okay, teabag saves your life. Okay, teabag for life. Yeah, teabag. Right. The next button is the L1 button. Now this is your lock-on button. If you have a look at my sparring target here, as you can see, when it's an open square, that means that it's whatever target I am facing. Okay, so if I had more than one target here, yeah, by turning my camera, by turning my character, I would target a different target. Okay, now if I'm facing the wrong way, my attacks aren't going to hit that target because I'm not facing it. Okay, so in PvE, if you're trying to attack a target, okay, you might want to single a target out, or more importantly, you just might want to make sure that all your attacks hit. Okay, things like Prime Battlegrounds, where you have the avatar of Tech. You've got him up in the air. It's quite hard to see unless you pan your camera out. Okay, so lock onto him, and you know that every single one of your attacks is going to be hitting. Okay, you just know it's hitting. You don't even need to worry about looking at the numbers. You know every single one of your attacks is going to hit him. Okay. That's just a given. Okay, so that's a really good button. In PvP, it's vital. Okay, the reason for that is if you've ever gone into a match and you notice that one guy manages to stick on you like glue and destroy you, that's because he's locked onto you. Okay, if you don't lock on targets in PvP, you're just attacking everybody that gets in the way. You're attacking pets, you're attacking tanks, you're attacking whatever target. Okay, and blindly just attacking the entire group is not going to get you anywhere. Okay, the best PvPers target a single target that they need to take down, whether that be the controller, whether that be the weakest link, the weakest player, or whether that be the healer. Okay, they come in, they find that person, they lock on, and they take them down. Okay, by locking on, I'm not going to lose that target. I'm not going to end up attacking the guy next to him. I'm not going to attack his pet. I'm going to attack him. Okay, and that's going to allow you to do a lot more damage, especially in PvP. Okay, so those two buttons, debag and lock on. Okay, one additional little tip or trick with the lock on. First of all, if you use the lock on and you tap the side buttons on your D-pad, obviously can't do it because I've only got one target, it will cycle through the targets. So if you jump into a PvP match, you target somebody, but it's not the one that you want, you don't need to keep letting go and try and find him. You can lock onto that target, tap the side buttons, and it will cycle through to whatever target you want. So you can click that, cycle through pressing the side button on your D-pad, and find the healer, for example, and then start attacking him. Okay. The other thing you can do is zoom in and out of your screen. If you press down on your D-pad while holding in the lock button, you zoom out your screen. Okay. If you press up on your D-pad while holding in L1, you'll zoom into your character. Okay. Just little tips just to help you in game. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If I had to say anything, you all know about skill points, you all know about the loadouts, you all know that you need to learn your role, but those are two very important buttons that are very much underused. Okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed that, and I haven't waffled on too much. See you later.